It look like you're rubbing coke on your teeth, man. Yo, JTG, we can't hear you.
Hey, how you doing, man? How you doing?
Hey, what's going on, boss?
Yeah, man.
You guys can hear me? You guys can see me?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
All right, great. I was in the gym when you called.
Of course you were.
I mean, yeah, where else you gonna be, fam? Like, come on.
If you ain't in the gym, you in the ring. Like, it's gonna be one or the other. Or maybe
Yeah,
like,
man. That's my life, and I love it though.
yo,
gym, ring, or shipping sea moss and beard carrot. You know what I'm saying? We getting it on all levels.
we gonna jump right into. Let me get this intro real quick. We'll jump right into it, man. Oh man, this is this you a fool, but you truthful. So hold please.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Broken Pencil Booking Company Pro Wrestling Podcast and radio show infused with hip hop. I am Wood.
Made daily with organic, farm to table, localized, neuralized, sterilized, Scotch guarded for 2020 repellent, available online, shipped via Amazon, not available on Sundays, but now available on thebeastradio.com. Broken Pencil Logic. You stay classy, internet. I'm Suave Burgundy.
As you can see, before we get started, today is Friday, May 12th. Year of our Lord.
Year of our Lord.
I said year of our Lord.
Year of our Lord.
20 and 20. Tree.
Wiggle weed, convenient, bring me your dinner bucket.
And as you can see, we're starting off with a
whole lot of fucking gang shit. Indeed.
Jay The Gawd, ATG has joined us.
The God is in the building. What's good, everybody?
God talk right here. God talk.
Thanks for having me here on this beautiful Friday.
Thanks for coming back. It's been a minute, man. It doesn't seem like it, but I think it's been, 3 years, Suave?
Oh, wow.
It cannot have been that long. There's no way.
Maybe 2. I know it was at least 2. It was
It's roughly about 100 episodes, but yeah, damn. Okay, so it is like 2. Okay, all right, yeah.
Yeah. The last time we had you on, you were prepping for defense of your at the time then VIP world title, and in the interim, since you've been on here, you no longer hold that title. You hold it in our hearts, but you don't hold it physically. But while we're talking about titles, Suave, let me run some numbers down with you real quick, because we got some questions and some answers from JTG.
Okay, run the accounting numbers. Open the books.
All right, so I'm looking at 1237 and another 2803. You know what those numbers symbolize?
1237 and what's the other number?
2803.
Sound like my sneaker budget for March and April.
And the way you got me buying sneakers lately, you're probably not far off.
Right.
But that's not what those are.
That's not? Oh,
no.
Okay. Well, I don't know what that is.
I'm gonna give you another one. 1027.
Okay. 1027.
And get another. Here's 1474 and 1470. There's 3 more numbers for you. You know what those mean?
It sound like cognac, like liquor.
Nice. You know, that's my wheelhouse. I'll take it.
You know
but wrong end.
Danny.
So the 2803 and 1237 are the number of days that Bruno Sammartino held the WWF World Title.
Okay. Fun fact.
1027 is Pedro Morales.
Okay. Shout out to Pedro.
1474 is Good Try Terry.
Okay.
1470 is Bob Backlund. Why are we talking about this?
Because
JTG has taken it upon himself to go to the internet. He opens up the books and gives the world a God talk that is quite irrefutable. JTG, do you care to elaborate on what the hell I'm talking about?
Oh yeah. One night I was just on Twitter, and I was told that I need to engage more on social media. I'm like, all right. So I saw a post that
we've all had that conversation before. Yes.
What I saw a post that said, "What hill are you willing to die on?" I was like, you know what? I'll partake in this. what's been on my chest for years that's been bothering me. You know, this is a caption for me to vent. You know, social media is telling me to vent. I got an opportunity. I'm a vent.
Okay.
And I saw the opportunity, and with all the facts that I presented, Bret Hart is not just my champion, but he's also your champion, and he's been champion since 1997.
He's be champion then.
No, he was the champion. I'm sorry. Let me rephrase that. Yeah, I don't. You know, when you post this, you know, in the comments, you're gonna be like, "Look, he's still," you know. So we gotta fix. Thanks for correcting me.
Yeah, words matter.
So let me get this right. So he won the title in the WWE or WWF. Right. He's gone to WCW. He's popped up at in WWE,
AEW,
and then also in AEW. So he would therefore be the first person to carry
home run champion. I know, right?
The WWF championship across multiple territories while never losing the title.
Mm-hmm.
This all needs. Thank you for bringing that up. All this needs to be acknowledged. You know, we're sweeping it under the rug. You know, the wrestling community is kind of like, You know, I saw him. You know, Vince said that he was stripped. But if we're going by the rules, you know, there's rules. Every sport has rules. You know, I don't care what goes on behind the scenes. You know, a lot of people are saying, "Oh, but behind the scenes, he had a contract." Hey, yeah, check this out. If I was an official, right? Let's say I was official for the NFL, right? And my nephew dragged me to the Survivor Series in 1997. I don't watch wrestling. And I'm like, all right, nephew, what you got me watching here? It's like I watch sports. I'm an official. You know, I know my rules. He's like, well, these two are fighting for the belt. And the uncle's watching it. He's an official. And he sees this the Montrose job get screw job. And he's like, nephew, what happened? I didn't see the champion submit, tap out, say I quit. I didn't see him get pinned. What's going on? Well, behind the scenes. Well, what you mean behind the scenes? I don't watch wrestling. Explain to me what happened in the ring. What I just saw. He didn't tap out. He didn't get pinned. So explain to me what happened. Well, his contract was up. And it's like, I don't want to hear about contracts. I don't want to hear about behind the scenes shit. What happened in the ring? I am an official. And I'm going by what I saw. The ref just randomly can't stop the match. I can't do that in the in a football game, you know, in any other sport. In boxing, just randomly stop. You know, I have to have an official reason. What was the referee's reason?
Just because the man that cut the check said so?
That's not official. That's not official. It's getting hot in there. I'm over here sweating and enjoy it.
There's so much logic, and that's what makes it beautiful. That there's so much irrefutable logic going on.
And then check this out. Here's another argument. Well, he would have been stripped if he would have kept the belt. So we play a Minority Report. You know, you gonna take it from him and say, well, he would have been stripped of it anyway? No, you don't know what would have happened on Monday after the pay-per-view. Maybe he would have forfeited. Maybe he would have had to change their heart. We don't know. We would never find out because they did what they did that Sunday. We don't know what would have happened on Monday. There's so many possibilities. You know, we know that he was going to WCW, but you don't know what happened in 24 hours. We didn't get an opportunity to see that. That's just my argument. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So the Montreal Screwjob took place on November 9th, 1997. As of your calculations, on May 7th, year of our Lord. I said year of our Lord.
Year of our Lord. Wiggle convenient, bring me your dinner bucket.
Bret Hart has held the title, not would have held, that has held the title for 9,240 days.
That's my champ. Best there is, best it was, and best there ever will be. You know, there's a reason why I gravitated towards Bret when I was a kid, because I know he would do some you know, stuff like this, you know, long rings, you know.
We have to get some hardware for this man. Oh man,
yeah. You know what's badass that gets swept under the rug? You know, Stone Cold gets a lot of credit for it. Bret Hart punched Vince McMahon gave Vince McMahon a black eye. He punched his boss in the face for that situation. It's like that's pretty badass.
The precursor to the Attitude Era.
It's still bagged up afterwards.
Yeah.
Like, you can't punch me in the face, dot my eye, and I'm gonna, make amends and then give you a bag for making amends. I'm not gonna do that. That's not the way my bank account on my wife is set up.
Best there is, best it was, best it ever will be.
And that has
been a strong case. I have no arguments and rebuttals. Like, this is a strong case.
There's nothing I can say to refute that. So yeah, the whole rant can be seen. I'm calling it a rant lovingly. Can be seen on Twitter, and it is a detailed account of what JTG just gave to you verbally in Twitter format. And it's, I mean, anybody can argue with their mother about this, but your mother's going to slap you and tell you that.
Not only she's going to slap you, you know what else she's going to say?
Go to your
room. He's the best there is, he's the best there was, and he's the best there ever will be.
Absolutely.
This is good fun.
Oh my goodness. So Jay, where you at these days, man? What's on the schedule for JTG these days?
Just staying busy on the indies. I'm currently the champion out in Jacksonville with a Duval Brawl with Elijah Pope's charity he has in Jacksonville, Florida. Like, a lot of the wrestlers, they fly out early and help with the homeless, giving out food and clothing. And then the day after, I think that later on that evening, we put on a show for charity, and we give back to the community. So I'm the champion out there, and then I'm all over the place, man. I'm BXS, other independent promotion I can't think off the top of my head right now, but I'm having a blast, man, with the freedom, staying busy, perfecting my craft. I also have a school that I teach on Mondays and Tuesdays out here in the Los Angeles area. So, I have students, and now, when I'm teaching them, I'm also learning, because I'm seeing little stuff that I could, I didn't, I can see that I could reinvent that move or do something different, so they're learning, I'm learning. I'm enjoying it, man. Living the dream.
And no, Bruno, we must say that you are in the best shape of your career.
Thank you.
You've had a pretty storied career, and definitely a sight to see. Definitely something that you don't want to miss if you're in the area. I'll be visiting Jacksonville a lot more in the coming future, in like the very, very near future. So hopefully I'll get a chance to catch you down there in Jacksonville and do some face-to-face with you once again.
Yes, sir.
Suave, you got anything before we send this man home so he can take a shower?
I just 100% feel like people owe this man some money. I don't know which one of these companies is going to cut this check, but they owe this man some money, and I need him to hurry up and drop it off quickly.
We know the bag is bigger out here on these streets these days, and there's a whole lot of TV to be had and a whole lot more that's about to be unfolded next couple of weeks. And if JTG ain't on our screens, then by the end of this year, something's wrong. Something's wrong with that picture. I'm putting it out there.
The God goes where he's wanted. The God goes where he's wanted.
The guy's going to go where he's needed.
And wherever I go, I'm gonna bless the ring. I'm gonna bless that screen. I throughout so much I've learned since I've embarked on this journey, on my singles journey, and just working the crowd, mic work, being more engaging in the ring, and at live shows, just I picked up so much, and I really want to utilize what I picked up on a bigger platform. But when the time is right, we'll see. I let the universe, I'm following my path.
I'm putting it out there, buddy. Here, you're going to be on our big TV screens on a scheduled show somewhere in North America. Not going to say where, but I'm getting enough blessing out there to where it's going to be something for you to receive and give back.
Don't block your blessing. Go with the God.
Go with the God. Yo, JTG, it's been a pleasure once again. We appreciate you taking a few minutes out your day to tell us why Bret Hart is indeed the best there is, the best there was, the best there ever will be. And we'll catch you in these streets soon, my man.
Yes, sir. I'll at you.
And also understand, where the gang goes, the gang goes.
There you go, gang.
Absolutely. Be well, man.
I appreciate you, man. Be safe.
That was JTG. Man, what a way to start off the show, Suave.
I mean, welcome to another exciting episode of the Broken Pencil Booking Company Pro Wrestling Podcast and radio show infused with hip hop.
Absolutely.
Si habla español. Poquito.
I need you to do me a favor real quick. I'm gonna
What's
let you do the honors on this one. I need you to flip a coin for me.
Ah, man, I don't want to flip no coins. You know how this go. Hold up. Let me get my trusty coin flip stimulator.
As we embark on this in real time.
All right, bingo. Here we go. What are we flipping for?
All right. I got heads. You got tails.
Okay.
I'll explain after we win.
And flipping.
Up in the air, coming down.
Heads is the winner.
I am the winner. Okay. So this is Build a Brand Part 3.
Ah.
And I will get the first pick. And have you thought about your stipulation for the Build a Brand?
Maybe a little while back, but we've had a bit of a sabbatical in between drafting sessions.
Just a little bit. We've been consistent on the weeks, just not consistent on the days.
Right. So we'll see how it goes.
All right.
I'm probably just gonna make up some stuff on the fly, which always makes for better TV.
Absolutely. So I think I'm going to do the same thing because I don't have anything off the top. I just know I get the first pick.
Wild card, bitches. Do we still want to do 5 or we want to go to 10?
Split the difference, 7 or 8.
Super 8.
Nah, you know what? We just had the God on. Why not go with the God number 7? Let's go with 7.
You know what? Once again, you have judged correctly.
There it is. So
bonus points if you could tell us where that line comes from. What movie is that from?
I can't tell you. I'm out on that one.
You can't?
Man. I'll probably know when you say it.
Huh?
I'll probably know it when you say it.
That's Coming to America.
Ah.
Once again, you have judged correctly. Lisa McDowell.
So we will reconvene later on in the show. But for the moment, I'm going to run down what we have built together in our respective organizations, federations, if you will.
Do you think?
Sir Suave has chosen the following people to start off his roster for his own organization, his own brand, if you will. MJF, Paul Heyman, Walter in our house, Brock Lesnar, Braun Breaker, Seth Rollins, Cody Rhodes, Bobby Lashley, L.A. Knight. Yeah. Austin Theory, Bronson Reed, Rhea Ripley, Ronda Rousey. Also added FTR, Street Profits, the Banger Bros, the Acclaimed, DIY.
Because everybody loves the Acclaimed.
New Day, and Chaosania. And right. I believe you picked up the Acclaim in a trade.
Via trade. Yes, via trade.
Trade. The first ever BPBC trade conducted.
We swapped the Lucha Bros for the Acclaimed, and everybody's happy.
Everybody's happy. I'm not mad.
Everybody.
Everybody's happy. For my federation, whatever you call it, I have your tribal chief, head of the table, WWE Grand Champion, and
a whole lot of fucking gang shit.
Roman Reigns, your TBS champion, Jay Cargillberg, Jacob Fatu, Wardlow, Hijo del Vikingo, Carmelo Hayes, MVP, Bianca Belair, Bryan Danielson, Dom Mysterio, Jay White, Randy Orton, AJ Styles. Also on the list, I have for tag teams, the Usos, the Lucha Bros, the Good Brothers, a whole lot of brothers going on here. Aussie Open, the Gorillas of Destiny, more brothers, Imperium, and the Brawling Brutes. Would you say you're happy with everything that I've read off so far?
Yeah, everything sounds good. Sounds like we're running two distinctly different brands, but still very much
lots of action.
In ring centric. That might be the way to say it.
Lots of action. I like the action here.
Yeah.
Later on in the show, we're going to complete the build a brand.
Starks and Hobbs are on my tag team list, right?
They are not. Yes, they are. I'm sorry.
Okay.
All right. Last one. Oh, that's right. And I missed it because I also got Top Flight. So there's that. Good.
Yes.
So now that's the list. We're gonna have 7 more picks, and then each organization has a stipulation that they can either throw out on their behalf or to the other individual. It is the ultimate wild card for building a brand, and nothing is off limits when it comes to the stipulation, with the exception of you cannot strip an entire brand and make one brand for yourself with all this talent, where the other person has no brand. It just doesn't make for good TV.
Wait. Give me these rules again about what I can't do, just so
The only thing you cannot do is take my entire roster. Or I can't.
We're not doing that. That's just disrespectful.
That is the equivalent of a nut shot in a boxing match. You just don't.
If they've already been drafted, they stay drafted unless there's a trade.
Trades
you don't peel nobody. You don't peel nobody's talent. We're not talent poaching.
That's right.
Trades off.
We're talking to you. Trades are on the table. All right, now that out the way. First order of business. WrestleMania Backlash. Well, WWE Backlash. It used to be WrestleMania Backlash. Yes. Now it's just Backlash from San Juan.
No more backwash. No more backwash.
WWE once again has done the job of giving you a mid-ass card and delivering with an over-the-top performance and delivery and execution of the actual show. Can we agree on that?
I don't know how mid the card was, but I agree.
Let's start.
I agree.
Let's start with the Omos and Seth Rollins, the way the match was even booked.
Completely out of nowhere.
And advertised on social media. So unless they knew beforehand, they probably found out the same way we did, which is absolute garbage. However,
I'm sure somebody got a text message. I'm certain that at least one of the 2 participants knew that this was about to happen. There's no way MVP didn't know.
He might have been the one to get the text.
When in doubt, go with the most mature individual in the group.
He can say whatever he wants to.
Rule of thumb.
Yeah, he knows the black belt won't let you touch him in real life. I mean,
then there's that.
Yeah. At any rate,
they very much over delivered it, and it's the talent over delivered, but there's the underlying reason as to why this card is so good. It's because of the Puerto Rico crowd.
Absolutely. Puerto
Rico is one of the best crowds I've seen in a long time.
Let's talk about the aesthetics of the arena that they were in. 17,000 plus were in that arena, but the way they had the seats out set up, and they had, remember the old WWE superstars from like 91, 92, how they had the ramp that came out and then cut 90 degrees and then went to the ring? They pulled that bad boy out. That was hard as hell.
And then with the video wall kind of going along that entrance and the bleachers when they're coming out, it kind of had an MSG type feel to it, where like you have to get creative with how you do the set because the building is not set up traditionally.
You could have told me that arena held 30,000 and I would have believed you, just because of how the aesthetics
Facts. Facts. Can you imagine if you went back and like had a stadium show in Puerto Rico?
I can't. The whole island is going to go to wherever that stadium is. Even if like the whole island was shut down, malls, grocery stores, churches, eateries. Like, can you imagine the tailgate? Just the packages they were showing in the pre-show with people like Wade Barrett getting served up cocktails inside a pineapple on the beach.
Ew. Careful with your verbiage. Words matter. Wade Barrett was not getting served up.
I said what I said.
Is this the hill you want to die on?
So let me see. Build a Brand 3, the hill you want to die on. Is that how we going with this show?
At this rate, I mean, yeah, we're gonna. You know what? I believe JTG has given us show content for next week. We each need to find a hill to die on.
Oh man,
your wrestling hill that you will die on.
Oh man.
Next week.
We get foreshadowing. So now you got to tease. You got something to come back for.
Yeah,
Oh,
what I'm
hello,
saying?
baby.
We got you.
Thank you, baby. I appreciate you. I was going to ask you to stop somewhere else, but that works too. I love you. Outstanding. Shout. Let me give my wife some applause.
Yeah. One time for the married life.
You know what I'm saying? She come in here with vittles.
Man, listen. That's so clutch.
Yeah.
That's so clutch and so crucial.
Let's run down this card real quick. So we had, I don't even know where I want to start with this one. Bianca Belair versus Io Sky. Bianca Belair instantly got heel heat. Instantly. And she played to it. And she handled business. And Io
because
Sky,
that's what professionals do.
And Io Sky has been a face for the first time since she's been on the Raw roster. And it happened to be at a show that is like the equivalent of Bizarro. This was like doing the WWE show in Canada in the 90s.
Mm-hmm. Everything is what it is for that night.
And she played it up. And she ate her face on accident. And luckily for us, we were spared blood and or consequence therein. Still made for an exciting match. Bianca Belair retains as your Raw Women's Champion.
Did you hear about Kyrie saying, reportedly liking a tweet that basically stated, so we have another 12 months of this boring title reign? See, that's the same face I made. And I'm like,
yeah, mama. That's all I got.
Hit the bell. That's the best response I can get. Hit the bell.
All right. Where else? Seth versus Omos.
Because what we not gonna do, we're not gonna hate on these title reigns. That's what we're not gonna do.
Yeah.
We don't deal
or put up with accusations, and most definitely not false accusations.
Get out of here with all that.
That's an indictment on the company and the booking, not your champion.
Because the champion been holding down.
The champion ain't got nobody else to beat.
If the champion was that boring, she wouldn't have the belt for over a year.
Saying they made hoes.
And giving us great matches for the entire time. It's not like she's at a mediocre match as champion. Let's talk about it. At any rate, Seth
I'll stop you when you start lying.
Yeah, Seth versus Omos. Seth jumps off the top rope and gives Omos a stomp.
You were gonna have to do something like that. Now, here's what I'm gonna say. Omos has taken 2 straight L's at the last 2 PLEs, one to Brock Lesnar, which was kind of expected. You could have done something shocking and put him over. I kind of understand because of who's in charge, what that was. That was a WrestleMania moment for a Brock Lesnar power display.
Yep, absolutely.
Seth is on the incline right now. He's on the precipice. He's in a
precipice of
great. He's in a reaping season.
He's getting all of his seeds that have sprouted over the last 2 years of him being the most consistent person on WWE television. And mind you, we're the same crew that gave you this.
Kung Fu Panda is the broken pencil thing. I'm still on that train now because of how he's kind of conducted himself as of late. And this is the same thing we always do. Like, people love the chase for Seth Rollins. They don't love the end result. Absolutely. So it's like, okay, you want him to be the guy, you want him to chase, you want him to have that spot. Once he gets that spot, there's nothing else.
Same old bullshit. Yep. The chase.
Yeah, and then that's a 6-month title reign. Oh, now we're bored, put it on somebody else, which is the whole reason I'm against kind of what's going on with the World Heavyweight Championship situation. You're undermining a 1,000-day title reign for what? For a guy who's probably either going to be back to mid-card status in 6 months, or you're just going to draw the ire of an already spoiled audience.
Man.
Because one thing the Backlash taught us, the American audience is like several spots out of the top 5 when it comes to reaction. And like, Puerto Rico made me enjoy the product watching it in America.
there were so many crowd moments that helped make that. Like, for example, Rhea Ripley versus Zelina Vega. Zelina Vega is
perfect example.
She's coming out. She's a Puerto Rican by descent. She wasn't born there. She's from New York, but her family's from Puerto Rico. She had family there. God bless her father, who was lost tragically in 9/11. But she came out and she ate up the adulation of the crowd. Beginning of the year, she was not a face. Legado del Fantasma were heels. They slowly became getting liked because of my man gravitating to Ray, and then Ray ends up rebranding the LWO and gives
feeding the future
and breathes new life into Legado del Fantasma. Mind you, Thea Trinidad, aka Zelina Vega, has been in this industry for as far as I know, as far as I can remember, 15 years. I remember her as Rosita back in TNA, and she was a badass then, of course, younger. But to discount her and the fact that she's even married, she's married to Malachi Black in real life.
It's a lot of money going on.
There's a lot of money going on. It's a lot of wrestling happening around her, for her, and to her.
The lights are on and the bills are paid. So that's the good thing.
She comes out in a Puerto Rican flag. It's a robe that when she opens up, it's the Puerto Rican flag. And they saw it when she walked to the ring. When she gets in the ring and gets the big fight announcement and opens that up, the minute they say her name and she opens that robe up, instant tears, instant frogs in throats. It was a moment. And we thought for a second that she just might be able to do the impossible. But then you remember WWE says, be damned if you win at home. And for her, it was a home fight.
See, I won't necessarily do that. I won't say be damned at home. I'll say be damned that you beat a champion in less than 90 days of winning the title in a 5-star classic at WrestleMania. Now, 100%, you would have had me with the argument had this been Zelina Vega versus Bianca Belair. That would have been your opportunity to crown a champion in Puerto Rico. You're not beating Rhea Ripley literally less than 60 days. Like, was it 45 days removed?
It was barely over a month.
We're right at a month because that's what, April 2nd. So this was May. This was May 6th.
It was like a month and a week, give or take.
Yeah, 35 days. So who does that? And why would you do that? Because then you're going to be mad when 2 weeks later Rhea ends up taking the title back on SmackDown.
That's the type of shit we see when there's only one show on per week for an hour, back in 20, 30 years ago. We way beyond that. Social media won't let you live that long.
You just look, everything can't be fairy tale ending. Just no. And if you've learned anything, the lack of steam and heat on KO Zania post WrestleMania as opposed to how much the build was during WrestleMania season should tell you, hey, it just means what you think should happen isn't always necessarily the answer. Or be careful what you wish for, because you might get it and then you have to deal with it.
Okay, perfect segue. We got 2 ways we can go with this one. I'm going to take the lighter route because the other one's a layup. Okay. Riddle, Owens, KO Zane, or Sami Zayn, so KO Zania and Matt Riddle versus the Usos and Solo Sikoa. Teases of return, but the Usos actually come out and the win was let out of the sails with this match, but it doesn't make it any less of a good match. Damn good match.
Something needs to happen with this.
It's going to happen quick. I think it's going to happen probably this weekend. But the fact that the Bloodline actually won after all the L's that the Usos have been taking, needed. Absolutely needed. And Matt Riddle and KO Zania aren't hurt in the least.
True. All factual.
Bad Bunny versus Damian Priest.
Show stealer.
once again, I will. Here's a hill I'm not willing to die on, but I will apologize to the ends of time. I never saw the value in Bad Bunny when he was at WrestleMania a couple years ago, until Mania happened. Now, outside of the fact that he's the most streamed artist in the world, he's actually a pretty accomplished performer.
He's not a small person either. That's the part that kind of gets lost.
He's over 6 feet tall and he's over 200 pounds. He is a wrestler size.
Like, yeah, he's the size of like an NFL. He's actually an NFL linebacker because most DBs aren't over 6 feet. Like NFL linebacker.
He might be a free safety. Yeah, he could be a free safety. You know
what I'm saying? Like, he's not a small person, and it translated in the match with Damian Priest. Now, I'll be perfectly honest and transparent. I in no way felt like Damian Priest should have taken the L, but I understand it.
Oh. Listen.
Yo.
Not only did he take the L, we got appearances from Rey Mysterio, the rest of the LWO, Savio Vega, and a very, very in shape Carlito, aka Carlos Colon Jr.
Lito.
And the way he ran to the ring, Suave, you have a video. It's like a little, like a video that you created for a promo a few years ago with the lean and the run. You know, when you hit the corner and run, and there's a freeze frame of Carlito where he got that lean in, and them legs look like he's about to topple over. He's probably about 45 degrees at a full sprint coming around that corner, going to the ring. It's a thing of beauty. The way that crowd, I didn't know crowds could continue to pop that loud that late into a show.
In the cement gray 11s, let's not let that go unnoticed. There's a lot of heat on feet in Puerto Rico.
Man, listen,
a lot.
And Bad Bunny, there was no loser in this match, because I can guarantee you by the end of the year, Damian Priest, if he's not in the title hunt, will have a title around his waist.
One would hope.
One
would hope. One would hope. I mean, the triple threat matches and the part of the tournament would have been a great time to say, okay, we just saw Damian Priest go stupid and level up. Let's switch the game up a little bit. Let's put Damian Priest in this position where he could potentially be champion. Could you not see a situation where it's Damian Priest versus Roman Reigns come Survivor Series? If we're going with the champion versus champion motif.
I could definitely see that, but that would mean that from May 27th to sometime in November, or even sometime at the end of October, we would have already seen a world champion lose the title.
I'm still asking what the point of this whole thing is anyway. So
participation trophy.
That's why I was like,
we're coming back to it. Don't worry.
Remember what I said? We said weeks ago. This only works if it's a heel. If it's a heel, you can get away with the whole participation ribbon because they can always deflect and just blame and deflect and blame and deflect. Once you crown Seth Rollins, because that seems like that's where we're going, it's going to be a participation ribbon where he just gets to cut that I'm not a part-timer promo for the next 8 months.
The best thing, and this is just me off the top, the best thing they can really do is essentially have this tournament.
They can stop playing with people.
Seth won his wing of the tournament to go to the finals for in Saudi Arabia at the end of the month for Night of Champions.
They got Cody up out of there pretty
nice. We'll come
pretty
back
creatively.
Yeah. We'll come back to Cody here in a second. The cool thing about this is you could, because of the close relationship that Triple H has with Seth Rollins, you could inherently set up Seth Rollins to win and have Triple H come out and undermine Roman once again. But this time you say this tournament was designed for Seth Rollins to win from the giddy up. We just had to do it to make it look good, because essentially he was handed over the big gold belt from Eric Bischoff anyway to give a title on Raw, right or wrong.
I get it. I mean, There's logic in what you're saying.
There's logic in it, and you don't like it because we didn't like when Triple H got that belt, but he made it worth something.
I don't like undermining a 1,000-day title reign. That just seems like stupid business.
I really think that tonight Roman Reigns gets business on the microphone.
Oh, I'm certain he's going to, because it just needs to be addressed, and that's it fits his narrative there where he or Heyman will address it and dress it down in proper form. It's just like internally, like what are you thinking about? Like, do you feel like you're gonna get a better result from create or just creating a new star to beat Roman for the championships he has?
You're not creating a new star when it's Seth. You're just giving the rivalry that we've been wanting for 4 years.
Participation trophy. I can't even say transitional champion. It's just like you did this when you have two, and they're not mid-card championships, but you have two, I guess, secondary co-main event championships, the U.S. title, the Intercontinental title, and you have young champions that will defend those titles. You could have had a tournament to consolidate those titles.
Absolutely.
And you'd have been in the same spot.
Consolidating those titles and making that title the new World Heavyweight Championship means more than creating one. Absolutely.
You don't even have to rename it. You can keep the same belt because, look, we know Stanford prefers Stanford culture. So if you're going to have two titles and one lives, one dies, you know the U.S. title is going into the grave and the Intercontinental Championship is going to live on in lore. Have no problem with that because of the luster that's on it already. Yep. And then, yes, you can have the Intercontinental Champion show up on both shows and basically be the main event of each show every week. It's like the television championship.
It could be argued that the United States Championship has meant more in WWE from maybe 2 or 3 of its more recent champions than it did for anybody who held it in WCW or the NWA. It could be argued that.
And then, I mean, you can always borrow from that. Like, okay, if it's the Intercontinental Champion, you're defending the title every week, open challenge. However, like, have some fun with it.
And speaking of
now, you're gonna
Speaking of titles that came out of nowhere, the Intercontinental Championship was one that came out of nowhere. It was literally handed over to Pat Patterson.
Rio de Janeiro. A tournament in Rio de Janeiro.
You give
this man champion.
A French Canadian a tournament in Rio de Janeiro, and he walks away with the title, and no one has any footage of the tournament. Fuck out of here.
It was a long time before those things were available.
Austin Theory, Bobby Lashley, and Bronson Reed set it off. There was absolutely no reason to get that belt off of Austin Theory, regardless of who was in it, and he made it look like the chicken shit heel that he is. He made it look good and scummy on that win.
Again, Austin Theory would have been a perfect situation if you were going to consolidate titles and go with a heel. Because, okay, the first time Vince took a sabbatical, everyone remembers the promo that Roman cut about, who's your daddy? Your daddy's not here anymore. So then to bring that comment and that piece of story full circle, once daddy is back, he's World Heavyweight Champion. So now you have a reason. You see what I'm saying? Like, make it make sense. Now you're just going to give me Seth. You're going to give me Seth Rollins out here on a you know what I'm saying? You're going to have Seth Rollins out here giving a smear campaign of 1,000-day title reign for what? For a man who was smart enough to negotiate a lighter schedule. We're angry. Let's think about this. We're angry at a man who beat cancer twice for wanting to work a little less.
First of all, who is we?
The French we. Because gang already know what's going on over here. I'm speaking in generalities. This is a blanket statement.
That line is right down the middle, Daddy. Right down the middle.
Like, I don't understand. Like,
and speaking of being mad at people who can negotiate a part-time schedule, Brock Lesnar versus Cody Rhodes. The highlight of this match is Cody removing the turnbuckle pad and Brock eating it dead center of the forehead. There was no blade, but there was color. And oh my damn, was there color.
Brock is really a Viking. Like, dead ass.
That
like,
is
for real.
That is an animal. That is an animal. And Cody took a Kimura lock to the point of almost getting his arm broken and turned it into a 3-second roll-up to win the match. Which, that's the only way you're going to beat Brock, as someone who's scared to fight Brock Lesnar.
I actually saw someone online that posted that there's like eerie similarities between what Cody's doing with Brock now and what Cena did with Brock when he came back in 2012. Like, the setups are near identical. The way the matches went are damn near identical. The stories being told. So there's an effort, albeit a recycled one, there's an effort to put Cody in a better light as a babyface and keep him away from this participation ribbon.
Yeah. And you're giving.
So if you don't want the best babyface in the company right now to have that title, that should tell you everything you need to know.
But the position that you have him in right now is the best position for him. Why not put him against the biggest badass without a belt? If the person that you think should have the belt doesn't have the belt, the person that actually deserves the belt doesn't have the belt, put those two together and make money that way. And that's what we have in Saudi Arabia, a fight between Cody Rhodes and Brock Lesnar off of the fact that Cody gets a cheap win while being in a submission hold. I'm here for it. The only bad thing that I saw that came out of this show is the fact that because of the significance of being in Puerto Rico and the people who were involved, we did not see anything from Damian Priest other than him being outside the ring after the match. He deserved for us to see the reaction the crowd gave him as he got up and walked to the back. Personal opinion.
Just wait till they go back next year. Because it's been part of the conversation where it's like, that needs to be the new permanent home for Backlash.
Absolutely. How many places can you think of that you've seen a show at, whether it's been you live in person or whether it be on a PLE or a pay-per-view, where you see it one time in that location, be like, you know what, we need to go back here every year?
Cardiff.
Nice.
Definitely Cardiff. Where were they for the one night stand pay-per-view when Michaels beat the British Bulldog for the European title? So it's like
that was Wembley.
97. No. I'm sorry. I'm thinking Wembley was SummerSlam 92. This is like 97, early DX. But the pay-per-view was called One Night Stand because it was in the UK.
And it was HBK versus Bret Hart?
No, HBK versus British Bulldog.
British Bulldog, David Boy Smith. Okay, let's see here. One night only is what it was.
There you go.
And that was in Birmingham. Mistake. That was in Birmingham. Also in England.
So we could go to the O2 Arena and stay there. But
there you go. O2.
Yeah,
that's a good one. That's a good one. That crowd is Bizarro World too. They like what they like.
Anything in Mexico is stupid turn. Any and everything in Canada.
I still think that Skydome deserves another WrestleMania. We haven't been there since 04.
Okay, I can see Toronto Skydome. That was another Bizarro World moment.
Yep,
I'm with that.
Because Rock instantly got turned on a heel Good Try Terry, and then Good Try Terry ended up becoming a full-blown face as the NWO turned on him, and then Rock got his back in order to turn back for the crowd there locally. Stateside, it didn't matter. It was what it was. But when we got back in the States, Good Try Terry was a face, and Rock was still the Rock.
I feel like Australia would probably give you a really good PLE crowd.
See, they had a super showdown down there, and I wasn't too thrilled about the crowd. They may need to try a different arena.
In Australia?
Yep, that was a stadium show. That was the Iconics homecoming.
Okay, what do you think Australia is like if Rhea Ripley's at the top of the card?
Ooh, that's a different conversation.
You see what I'm saying? Because like Puerto Rico works because Bad Bunny is at the top of the card and around the top of the card.
Bad
and
Bunny.
then you happen to have like a lot of Latino or you have a lot of Hispanic and Latino people that you can put in positions to showcase while that's going on.
Yep, Damian Priest was there. Zelina Vega,
right? The whole LWO.
If you want to haphazardly count Cody from a 90-mile boat ride, sure, count Cody too.
See, all of the above. It's having those people on the roster to showcase to where you are bringing the culture of the destination out. So Puerto Rico only works because you have such a Latino and Latinx influence. Australia would work because, okay, homecoming of a superstar. Cardiff worked because of Drew McIntyre, because of homecoming of a superstar. When you're embracing the culture of the place that you're going, only good things can happen. So why I feel like at some point we probably gonna have to Ghana. And we're going to get some situations popping for Omos and
Kofi
and Kofi and all of the New Day. And like, you're going to have to, now, I don't know what artists we're going to get involved. I don't know if Tim's or WizKid have a background in wrestling, but now would be a really good time to get started.
Afro Beats is having a moment right now. I mean, you
don't need for nobody. Only you feel hold my body.
Doesn't Fela Kuti have a kid out there?
See, now you see, this is how these things work. When you have the right people in the room, you can get things done.
Yeah. And then coming
culture equals cash.
Absolutely.
Put that on a shirt. Culture equals cash.
So we ended up having a tournament that started on Monday. It's a 12-man tournament. 2 3-on-3 matches on each brand.
Yep.
We've got 2 tonight. We had 2 on Monday, and I'm trying to see if I have the list that I sent to you. We got so much nonsense in this damn in this text thread right now.
Yeah, we don't. Yeah, we don't keep anything in one place.
No, there it is. Okay. So on Raw, representing Raw, you had Seth Rollins, Finn Balor, which crazy in that match.
Finnegan, Finnegan.
Finn won his match. Seth won his match, and Seth got a piece of a receipt that's 6 years old in that match. Ouch. The same move that caused Finn Balor to have to relinquish the first Universal title victory.
Sabotage that boy.
He delivered that same move to Seth and basically told him SMD.
Don't you kung fu pander that, you bitch.
Oh man, Cody, Shin Splint.
Boy, they just. What are they? Can we make Nakamura great again?
I wish we could, man. I wish we.
Let's make America great again, please.
And then we had who was it? Sheamus and Rey. Was it Rey Mysterio representing Raw?
Are they?
I'm just looking at the list. I'm not looking at where the draft got me all types.
Oh, the people who were actually a part of these. No, so it was what Miz, Finn, and Cody. So Miz, Finn, and Cody. Cody got taken out by Lesnar.
Yep.
You had Priest, Nakamura, and Seth. Which when you saw that matchup, you knew Seth was going over. I just didn't know how they were going to deal with Cody.
They got Cody ass up out of there. Brock decided to show up and show out.
Facts, which is a cool way to get out of that, and it gave you a final for Raw that you didn't see coming because you figured you were going to get Cody versus Seth again.
You essentially turned into a one-on-one match, is what you did.
So I was cool with getting Finn versus Seth. Now on this other side, who's left?
All right, so on the SmackDown side, and I think the matches have already been set. I could be wrong. You got AJ, you got Bobby Lashley, You got Ray, Edge, Sheamus, and who's the other one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, Austin Theory. That's the other one.
Okay. Run those 12 down again. The names.
The whole 12?
No, not the 12. The SmackDown 6.
SmackDown 6. Okay.
Irony.
Nice. Theory, Bobby Lashley, AJ Styles, Edge, Ray, Sheamus.
Which one of those matches makes the most sense for Saudi Arabia versus Seth Rollins? Which one would you rather see?
AJ, hands down.
I'm in agreement.
If you're gonna milk the clock and give us something, a title match to make us be proud of, it's going to be AJ. Storyline wise, Bobby Lashley makes the most sense, but they beat that one into dirt all last summer. I'm
right.
Good.
You emptied the clip on Rollins. Any involvement between Rollins, Lashley, and Theory in any form, whether it's 1-on-1, 2-on-1, triple threat, you have emptied the clip on that over the past summer.
I'm good.
Super good.
It'd
be cool for nostalgia. It'd be great if Rey Mysterio had that spot. That means you can't really boo anybody in this situation, because as we've discussed, the person either needs to be a heel or a high-ranking, legend type, someone who is above reproach. You're gonna put this on Seth, and it's gonna work like every other Seth reign. It's gonna work like when Seth was Intercontinental Champion for about 6 months, going back and forth, having TV classics with Dolph Ziggler.
Yep.
Or right after they were at WrestleMania 35, the opening main event with Lesnar. It's gonna be like that same title run for about 6 months.
The crazy thing about all,
because he's gonna be beating.
Go ahead.
Every week he's gonna be beating Corbin and Mustafa Ali and Dolph Ziggler, maybe, because they need a good 30-minute TV match. You're probably gonna feed him the Miz once or twice. Maybe you turn Johnny Gargano heel. Tommaso Ciampa comes back, you get a good match out of that. Because at this point, you're not building long stories. You need TV main events, because the whole point of this champion and this championship is for him to be there and defend more often.
I love that.
Because if he's just cutting promos, we can have Roman cut promos via satellite.
I love the idea of heels being cheered, and I would love to see a heel DIY reunite.
I know what I'm doing on my brand. I don't know what they're going to do on Monday or Friday or any of those other nights, but on my brand, we might get to the money.
Well, we'll get to that in just a second. I'm going to say this, and we can get off of it. The Backlash PLE, the tournaments, regardless of the whys, have given us more entertainment post-Mania than anything that's happened the 5 weeks post-Mania up to this point. The PLE,
Money in the Bank is about to be international.
The PLE itself is better than night 2 of Mania by leaps and bounds.
Crowd. Imagine had you done night 2 of WrestleMania with Puerto Rico's crowd.
Could you?
You couldn't lose with that crowd, fam.
Can you see a 2-night Mania in 2 locations?
Not anymore. Not after 2. Not after 2.
No. So 2 was a whole other animal. That was 3 locations the same night or the same day.
Yeah, a triple play simulcast. No, none of that.
Yeah.
And the only reason I'll say no to 2 locations, because you're gonna have people that get, especially if you wait until WrestleMania weekend to announce the card order like they did this year, and you got people that are in one location and they wanted to see somebody that's at the other location, how pissed off they're gonna be.
Here's some foreshadowing for you. We'll touch on this real quick and then we'll jump out. Because we still got this brand to build. We got the main events around the corner.
We got stuff to do.
Rumor has it, and this is from locals, not just from things that are online, because it's online too. Rumor has it that Minneapolis is a finalist for WrestleMania 40.
You'd have to bring me up to speed to make that make sense for me.
Not 40, I'm sorry, is it 40 or 41? 41. Because Philadelphia is 40. So yeah, for 40.
40's in Philadelphia.
I really hope nobody goes to jail because you're going to the bottom of the stadium. I digress.
It's gonna happen. Somebody going to the bottom of the stadium. 100%.
But I bring up Minneapolis to bring you this one.
Okay.
Buffalo apparently has just been approved for a new stadium, and it's more than likely going to be an open air stadium totaling $1.35 billion.
Okay.
Set to open around 2026 or 2027.
They'll get one.
Also on the table for that is Nashville.
They'll get one too. Any NFL team with a new stadium going up has an opportunity at a WrestleMania.
Well, here's the difference. Nashville is actually growing. Buffalo is not. Now, Buffalo, you'll get a Canadian crowd because you're right there on the lake and right across the border.
It's still New York.
Nashville is a hotbed destination for the youth and for hipsters. And as big as that area has grown to, they still don't have the people to accommodate the size yet, but it's coming. Nashville's metro area has grown leaps and bounds over the last 10 years, and they're doing everything they can to attract tourism the way they did in the 80s with things like Opryland and the Grand Ole Opry and shit like that. So, and
if you pay attention to any of the food bloggers and different people like that, like the cuisine is starting to take a little bit of a dive. Like it's a little harder to find great food than it used to be. Like it used to be you could trip and fall in Memphis and find, something.
And then there's that. Memphis is only 3 hours away. Knoxville is 2.5 hours away. North Carolina, which is a mecca for professional wrestling, right next door.
So think about the Hall of Fame inductees you would have for WrestleMania in Nashville.
You could go through a list of anybody who's left from Memphis, from Mid-Southern, from Continental, from Smoky Mountain, Mid-Atlantic.
You probably get a posthumous Jerry Jarrett.
Oh yeah, for sure. There's no reason to put him in the Hall of Fame in Philadelphia. Or
is Jackie Fargo in?
So there's this legacy wing of the Hall of Fame that went up about, I guess it was 2 WrestleManias ago, and it got announced as like a vignette, but wasn't like a ceremony. There needs to be proper credence for those people.
I mean, yeah, we can see that.
Yeah.
If Jeff Jarrett wasn't in his current situation, that would be perfect. Not to say that by the time Nashville comes around for WrestleMania, he won't be in a different situation. He was just in the building.
And who's to say that? I mean, Vince did business with Dixie Carter. Who's to say Triple H can't do business with Tony Khan?
It's not. We know the answer to this question. It's not that they can't do business. It's the who and the why. Are you going to be petulant about it? Are you going to try to be personal while trying to do business? You can't do both. It doesn't work like that. I learned the hard way. You can't mix business and personal. Either you're going to be personal and stand on your personal beliefs, or you're going to do business.
There's that. And with that said, it's time for the grand finale of the Build a Brand Part 3.
Yeah. Yeah, ho. I mean, come on, man.
Yeah. I expect y'all to hear a lot more of that in the very near future. Prime.
Hey, sidebar, on the air sidebar. What you think about Juneteenth?
That's it? That's the one?
Because I don't have any dates that make sense for me.
My personal favorite day of the year is that week. I see no problem with it. I see it's a great celebration, great send-off, if you will.
I mean, so yeah, there could be like a real flood of content
There
on
could be
Juneteenth.
there could be a situation.
Yeah, and it's a Monday, so it's like it's a Mayor Music Monday.
It's a prime day. It's a prime day. Suave,
Right.
Build a Brand Part 3. I have the first pick.
Tres leches.
I'll let you throw out your stipulation first, and I'll come with my stipulation and my pick.
I don't think I have a stipulation. Like, I haven't thought of anything that I want to use as like a caveat, because it's wild card. Just do what you want, and then if it's just too outlandish, we'll negotiate backwards. I don't feel like putting any shackles on you in your thought process.
I think we're creative enough to not do dumb shit.
Right. That's what this whole show is based on.
Okay.
Our ability to not do dumb shit.
All right. So
even with these smartphones. All
right. So if you defer, I don't mind deferring. That's cool. My first pick was our guest today. He was always going to be my first pick in this, but since we had him on, there's absolutely no reason I can't build my brand with the great Jay The Gawd, JTG.
I like what you did. So I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. Since we're starting off and we really dealing with the gang, watch this. I take Swerve Strickland with Rick Ross and Stokely Hathaway, the new Mogul Affiliates record label and wrestling company. This whole what you got.
Infused with wrestling.
Can I I feel like I need to give him a bodyguard.
Oh, that is active.
And the bodyguard should also be gang. And if it's gonna be gang, you might as well get the baddest. Shane Taylor.
Now you're doing too much. That's
no,
out.
I'm not.
That's out.
No, I'm not. I'm creating greatness is what I'm doing.
You would take Shane Taylor.
Your turn, famo.
You son of a bitch.
Hurt people who hurt people. All they're hurt.
Oh, hurt ass.
Hurt. Lucky, you best be lucky it ain't the hurt business.
If they were worth the damn right now, I would.
They would be worth the damn if they would just let us take the wheel. Next pick, sir.
Next pick. What can I do here?
Nothing's off limits. So if you want a commentary team, you want bookers, you want
I want a legacy team.
Okay.
And we spoke posthumously earlier, right? About Jerry Garrett. Well, I'm going to take you to Tennessee, but it's not what you're thinking. Humble beginnings in Tennessee for some people. One of our favorite people in the world got their start in Tennessee. I'm going to grab D'Lo. I'm going to grab Mustafa and the late, great New Jack, the Gangsters.
Now I see what the stipulation should have been. You can't go bring people back. Yeah. But I'm not going to do that. You're balling. Because look, there will never be a situation where I denounce the participation of New Jack. Like, just it's not gonna happen.
Yeah, because he's still here.
Anytime, yeah. Because Jack is gang, so anytime we have an opportunity to include New Jack, it's 100%. Shout out to Jen Jack.
What up, Jen? See you soon, Jen Jack.
So, facts. So let's see. For my next pick will do this. We talked about Eric Bischoff earlier in this episode, so now I'm going to pull something from his playbook. Live on Suave's brand, we will have a cruiserweight division. Our cruiserweight division will be overseen by the commissioner, Rey Mysterio Jr.
Wait. So, yeah, Ray's not taken. That's dope.
Yep. So yeah, we you feel yeah. One time for the one time. So yeah, bring me the whole the LWO. Bring me Osprey.
You're really
Bring me
Go ahead. You go ahead.
What happened? What are you doing?
Nothing.
Raise the commissioner. I need the whole LWO on deck. Bring me Osprey. Bring me Ricochet. Did you already get him?
No one got Ricochet. And
fantastic. Bring me Ricochet.
He had to lose about 10 pounds right now because he's north of that 205 mark.
We 215. We taking it back to WCW. It's light heavyweight gang. I shouldn't have said cruiserweight. It's light heavyweight.
Okay.
But bring Rico through here.
But the thing about cruiserweight is ambiguous anyway, so I'll allow it.
Okay, that's a bet. So I tell you what, we're gonna to help the episode flow along. I'm gonna let Pencil Pusher Nation help pick my Super 8 of my cruiserweight division. So we'll open the phone lines up and see what the pencil pushers have to say about this. But yes, I need a top 8 for my cruiserweight division. But we will have a cruiserweight title, and the division will be overseen by the greatness that is Rey Mysterio Jr. It'll be booked by Conan.
You're taking all the talent. All right.
No parameters.
All right, so I've already taken one posthumous pick. I'm not gonna empty the graveyard, if you will. I'm not gonna do that.
All right, please.
But you mentioned one person, Eric Bischoff.
Mm-hmm.
What was the most popular faction Eric Bischoff was known for?
The NWO.
Who is a blatant ripoff of the NWO?
The Bullet Club.
I like them. I like them all in their form. We're gonna round them up.
Everybody.
Finn Balor is not on the list of anybody that was chosen. We're gonna bring him back. We're gonna get Prince Fergal Devitt back over here to run the Bullet Club. We're gonna get Adam Cole. We're gonna get Switchblade Jay White. We're gonna have AJ's already there. These are the best of the best leaders Bullet Club has ever had. And I mean, since I threw his name out there, writing the checks and securing the talent for the future and telling us who comes and who goes, why not Eric Bischoff?
Okay, I'll see what you're doing. Do I have Bronson Reed already under contract?
Let me do my perusing, and yes, sir, you do.
Okay, fantastic. Here's what I'm going to do. Helping us expand our Latin X division of Burgundy Championship Wrestling.
Oh, that's the name of the brand?
No, I haven't named it. I'm tossing names out as we record.
Just trying to see what sticks on the wall.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring over Damian Priest and head of international PR for the Latin X division of the brand. We'll bring in Bad Bunny.
Bad Bunny.
And Savio Vega.
Disobedient hair. So you want Savio Vega too?
Yeah, Savio gotta help us coordinate this talent.
He gonna bleed.
That's cool. You bleed in Puerto Rico. That's what they do in Puerto Rico. So when we run them Puerto Rican house shows, bleed all you want to. Just make sure you see the trainer on the way out.
BIPR, bleeding Puerto Rico. That's what they did to him.
That's what they did to
That's exactly what they did to him.
Crack, Instagram, and AIDS. That's what they did to
That's
us.
what they did to us. Okay, let's.
What you got?
Oh man.
I got one that's it's completely left field because I'm running out of options, but go ahead.
Need some nostalgia on here, but not in the old sense.
Okay.
We need somebody who's going to draw names, who's going to put some butts in some seats and make you cry a little bit. Not you per se, but the fan. Okay. Make them feel something. I'm gonna call up Ross and Marshall. Von Erichs are making an appearance here. in a tag team division. I'm gonna sign them to a deal, see what they can do.
Okay. I see what you're doing. So for the entertainment value of my brand,
Which you definitely
Burgundy.
You have a bunch of sports entertainers that are going on over here right now.
It's a whole lot of gang shit going on over here. Just everybody be cool.
Wait, hold on. You got a
whole lot of fucking
sports entertainment. Go ahead.
Right. No, don't try to peg my brand like that because we have wrestlers, grapplers, and fighters on my brand. Don't start doing that.
Absolutely.
Don't Tony Khan me. Don't Tony Khan my brand, famo. Don't do that. I'm gonna draft a commentary team, and my commentary team will consist of Mauro Ranallo.
Motherfucker, you. That was next. Pat
McAfee. And Corey Graves.
Okay. All right.
You can live with that.
I like it. My commentary team was definitely next for me. On color, I'm going to have the great Nigel McGuinness.
Okay.
I'm going to go and get Kevin Kelly over from Japan.
That's different.
And because you need somebody who's going to be there. And why not being the I can't see this going wrong considering he's called more matches for ROH than anybody. I'm gonna go ahead and bring in, and I was not sold on him in the beginning, but he's earned his keep. Ian Riccaboni. So Nigel McGuinness, Ian Riccaboni, Kevin Kelly. That's my commentary team.
I can dig it. Tell you what I'm going to do. I am going to procure the services of Timbaland for all music entrances for all talent on my roster. Yeah. There's one we weren't thinking about. Yeah. Timbo, go to work.
Okay.
Because we are in the sing-along chant area, or the sing-along chant era. So yeah, it's we finna turn up for real. You really want Seth Rollins to have a song that people are singing? Okay, now I see you and I raise you. Oh, look at him! I got him in thought. I got him in.
No one.
We the thinking man pose.
No. We've mentioned his name, but like we're sitting here signing on this talent, but we don't have a bankroll. I need Tony Khan.
I like what you did. I like it. He
might be a dust.
I thought about that too. I did think about drafting a bankroll.
He might be a dust head, but that dude know how to pick up some talent real quick.
You gonna have to deal with them emails detailing a 6-month run. I'm not dealing with that. I'm sorry. I'm not. I'd rather try to do it with lotto money. I'm not doing that. I was like, okay, all right. Here, you want something petty? You drafted Tony Khan, huh?
Messiah?
No. Shout out. But you drafted Tony Khan as a bankroll. I'm going to draft Shad Khan as a bankroll.
Oh, daddy, huh? You got daddy issues, huh?
The guy that gave you your guy his money is going to be giving us ours.
Big flex. Big flex.
Yeah, they're going to be beefing over Thanksgiving dinner.
But you know what we know what that is really dope for?
What that is?
Pay-per-views in London.
International brand, like these brands are going to work together at some point. Like
that is my last. Since you have Shad on the other side, this is essentially Vince and Shane running WCW and WWF in 2001 for Black Monday. But if we're going to,
I'm not tying no money up with Vince and Kennedy. I'm not doing it.
That's okay. That's okay.
You got some habits on spending on some stuff that I don't necessarily co-sign spending that kind of money on.
The only reason I'm mad that I got the first draw on this is for what I'm about to pull off right now.
Okay.
This is the biggest move in the history of this business.
Wow.
You
Okay.
have Shad.
Listen to this.
You have Shad. I have
Mhm.
Tony. Okay.
Right.
The pay-per-view in London every year is going to include all of Gang Green. It's going to be a 3-day extravaganza with my brand and your brand, and the booking writes itself.
The fist fights that will ensue about the booking of this card are stuff of legend. So you're going to need a documentary filmed every year of this process. Yeah.
3
Gang
days.
Green Fest.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Gang Green Fest is what it is.
Boy. Yeah, that's going to be
all things throughout the year. 51 weeks lead to this.
Loaded card is the understatement of all time, because we're going to have a loaded session to book this loaded card.
One could argue that my brand is better. One could argue that your brand is better, but I don't know how you're going to be able to top a Gang Green Fest that lasts for 3 days. And hell, you might as well give the people 2 weeks off after that one, because you're gonna have to digest some of this content like in doses. Go ahead with your last pick.
I am going to, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to draft the development team of the MLB app so that we can recreate a version. We can build on what the WWE Network was supposed to be. So now that there is a streaming home over the top platform for Burgundy Championship Wrestling and all affiliates that join into the conglomerate signing that we'll have for content distribution.
That is, people don't understand how that's a pretty huge move. International distribution, over the top access, home, portable, mobile. You have all the bases covered. No, there is no excuse to not be seen when you have the leader of sports apps creating your app, who also created the leader in sports entertainment, the worldwide leader in sports entertainment's app in its inception.
Not only will we feature, old content that we acquire, the new content from these brands going forward, we'll also be bringing over some talk content that goes along with the action content. So, of course, what you will be seeing via the app is the Broken Pencil Booking Company Pro Wrestling Podcast and radio show infused with hip hop, video casted across the entire platform. Yeah. So we will be scooping up different content to distribute. Yeah, it's going to be a one-stop shop for wrestling content.
Yeah, I can say that I was not expecting this to happen the way that it did, but I'm definitely more than thrilled with the outcome. So,
because we think outside the box. It's not just about it. Yes, the wrestling is the basis, and it's very important. But how are you going to distribute this content? Who are you distributing it to? How are you going to make the money back?
Indeed. And all that to say, between all these team 100 pieces of talent we have between both brands, is still a
whole lot of fucking gang shit.
Mm-hmm.
And that said, yeah, take us to the house, Suave. It doesn't get any better than that.
Pencil pushers, heads up, pencils down.
JTG is a YouTube exclusive. I'm putting that out there first. You're not getting that on the audio version. You only get that on YouTube. So tell your people. Fuss boys.
Oh wow.
Old Dirty Danger is what I am.
Oh baby, I like it raw. Yeah, baby, I like it raw.